Hey friend, welcome to this lesson. And in this lesson, we will be talking about something really interesting. If you like to have money as much as I do, you would love this lesson. Now, I have a question for you. When you are given an allowance for the month, do you make a budget? What do you use the money for? Let me guess. You use about half of it for feeding, maybe a quarter for clothes, and the last, you might try to save. Am I correct? I do think so. Anyway, by doing this, you would have allocated your allowance to different needs, and this would help you know the resources that you have for feeding, clothing, and saving. The government does this as well. The money it owns is referred to as its funds, and it allocates its funds according to the various needs of its people. The different needs could include funds for payment of government workers' salaries, for maintenance of government property, and unforeseen circumstances. This is why we have the different types of funds, which are the Development Fund, Contingency Fund, Consolidated Revenue Fund, and Federation Fund. This lesson will dwell on the Consolidated Revenue Fund. This can also be called CRF. The Consolidated Revenue Fund, or CRF, is where the federal government receives all revenue. Do you remember all the sources of federal government revenue? They are taxes, sales of government properties, interest and repayment of loans, sales of armed forces property, and allocation from the Federation account. We'll discuss the Federation account in a future lesson. But hold on, before the money is used for its main purpose, revenue specifically for other funds like the Contingency Fund and Development Funds are set aside. When this is done, the money remaining in the CRF is used for recurrent expenditure. Remember that recurrent expenditure are the costs of running the day-to-day activities of the government departments. All right, let's name them. Salaries and wages for government workers, maintenance of buildings, transportation, and other recurrent expenditures. The money for all these recurrent expenditures is gotten from the Consolidated Revenue Fund. Other expenses gotten from the CRF are the salaries and allowances of statutory officers. For instance, the salary allowance paid to the Accountant General of the Federation. That's it. You know that the money put into the Consolidated Revenue Fund and the money that leaves the Consolidated Revenue Fund. The former is all the revenue received by the federal government, while the latter is all recurrent expenditures and salaries and allowances for statutory officers. Until next time, have a great day ahead. Goodbye for now.